And we are back with the Know-It-Alls, of course, man. We just had a fire interview, great interview with Todd Brooks, Maine native, who's now a member of the Cincinnati Bengals. Who They Nation, B Dirt was just talking to us and helped us definitely give us the background and, the layout and the palette that we just would express the interview on. And I appreciate that, bro. Now it's just that time. It's time to really start talking about what's happening in the NBA. What just happened in the NBA is the NBA draft, right? But before we do that, again, we will ask you, because we're how many people away, G, from the 1,000?
About 143.
Man, come on. We need for you guys to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like us and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. So when we go live, you'll definitely get those notifications that will let you know that the Know-It-Alls is in the house. You will know more by listening to the Know-It-Alls, definitely. And sometimes you get some, 5-year-old jokes at the, fifth grade jokes at while we're doing that. Definitely.
That's not us. That's not us doing it.
Okay. So
that's called deflection, man. That's called deflection. Ain't no deflection going on. That is not us doing it.
It is called, hey, I work with kids. It's fun. So the Mavericks, as expected, took Cooper Flag, who we are now calling Cooper Shag because he is in Dallas. What y'all think about that pick?
The Mavericks won the draft. I mean, from the first pick and what they can actually do, the versatility that they have in their lineup, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving re-up with them. Klay Thompson, I think, still got something left in the tank. You got that lovely kid or wherever that kid's name from Duke. Dallas is not to be played with in the Western Conference, man. So I like the pick. I like the pick. They're not my overall winners of the draft, but you can't deny the fact that their roster now with Cooper Flag, I heard that they're going to be trying to push Kyrie over at 2 in some sets and have Flag running point guard. I was like, oh my goodness. And I saw some stuff where he was talking to Mark Aguirre. Mark Aguirre wasn't no little bitty fella, bro. And he was standing up next to Mark Aguirre, and I was like, man, Cooper Flag is huge. So I like the pick. I think the Mavs did well. And I think they got an opportunity to represent this year from the Western Conference.
They're pushing Kyrie to the training room for next year.
I ain't mad at him.
Cooper Flag, I didn't know a whole lot about him before he got drafted, but I think he was a good choice picking him. Yeah, definitely he was. The Spurs got Dylan Harper. Now, here's a pick that I think is very underrated, right? The reason why I say that is because of this point. Now, we don't know how true this is, but the rumor mill is going around. Bam Adebayo is going to get traded. Bam's either going to end up as a Laker, is either going to end up at a Spur, right? Bam. So let's just talk the Spurs, what they have right now. They have Fox, Dylan Harper, Wemby, Castle, and the guy with the hair that he keep dying. I forget his name.
Sohan.
Yeah, so I knew it started with that.
And they also drafted the kid out of Arizona. Is it Carter?
Yeah. Carter Bryant.
Yeah. Carter Bryant. Yeah, he'll be too.
Yeah, so you're looking at that team and you're saying, okay, wait a minute. Here is something that these guys have the start of what OKC has. OKC is a very young team, got a young nucleus, and they got that way because of the draft. This is what I see happening in San Antonio. What you think about that, Tate?
I think you should be pleased next year as far as the NBA goes, because G and myself know how you jump all around Texas to different teams. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. You can say, you know what? I'm rolling with the Mavericks. No. KD went to the Rockets. I'm rolling with the Rockets. No, Wemby and them young boys gonna be good. Maj, you can't go wrong in Texas, man. So I think collectively, Texas has the best NBA basketball as a state in the NBA. I think Dallas is going to be really good. I mean, they would have been good last year, except for Kyrie got hurt and AD got hurt soon as he got traded.
Mhm.
The Spurs, my only question with the Spurs, they're on their way. As far as next year goes, I'm just a little curious to who's the coach going to be. Well, I think they named their coach, but how well the coach is going to do in his first year taking over completely. Since Pop has went to the front office and, hung up his coaching shoes. And Houston, that trade for KD, they got a walking bucket now. I mean, they gave up Jalen Green and the kid that always start fights. What's his name? We talked about him last week.
Dylan
Brooks. Yeah, so I mean, all those teams won the off seasons thus far through the draft. We'll see how everybody looks in summer league with the young players. I got Brian Pumper says who's the Mavs point guard.
Kyrie.
I think they going when Kyrie comes back, which probably
next year.
Yeah, it'll be next year because he got hurt earlier. It'll probably be towards the latter part after the All-Star break, maybe early March. But that don't mean he's going to be in form. But I think they're looking at somebody like Chris Paul to go to Dallas. He's available. He can see that Chris Paul is exactly what they need, really, while Kyrie's out.
Facts.
So, and it's other veteran point guard options you can get for the cheap. I think Dallas is going to get one of them and be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking at D'Angelo Russell as well. So
he's one also, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Dirt, what you think, man? What you think about this pick with the Spurs and the Mavericks?
What I like about Cooper Flagg with the Mavericks is even if he's got a little bit of the speed of the game, the physicality is not quite there. I think Cooper Flagg, because of his defense and his IQ, basketball IQ, he's still going to be impactful even as a rookie. So I like that for him. I think he can play the game cerebrally. He can shoot. He can pass. He can defend. So even if there's a little bit of a learning curve and he's not great, he's still going to impact the game early. As far as the I like where the Spurs are. I think they've done a lot. And you said like a very good up and coming team. I think Wemby is still a year or two out for me to make that move for a Bam Adebayo or a big star to come in. I think I'm looking at that maybe next year or the following year to make that big impact and go for it with it. Now, if they can get Bam and get him re-signed to a max deal and have him for 5 years, sure, I would do that. But I would say I think it's probably a year too early. Bam Adebayo to the Lakers, very intriguing because they need defense, and there's a guy that can defend all 5 positions on the floor. One of the few in the NBA that can. So that would be more intriguing to me there. But yeah, Tate hit the nail on the head, though, man. You're in a good spot with Texas and basketball right now.
That what's funny, and y'all won't even. I haven't been a Rockets fan since the dream was there. Like,
why is that? It's the last time they won a championship. We get it.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is that when it comes down to the Rockets, I don't know what it is about me not liking the Rockets as much. Maybe it was my son's always. Maybe it was James Harden. I don't know, but when I say that, the Spurs, the Mavericks. Those guys right there still all have my heart. It's just
Hey, Ma, can I ask you a quick trivia question related to Cooper Flagg? Cooper Flagg is the youngest number 1 overall pick since the kid got drafted named the Boy King. Who am I talking about?
All right, so VJ Edgecombe was the number 3.
That's that bias, bro.
LeBron James.
Hey, Big G, you go ask the question.
Yeah, we know it was LeBron.
Akron St. Vincent St. Mary's greatest player ever. LeBron James.
They call him
King. The King.
And he only had Cooper Flagg by like about 8 or 9 days difference when they were drafted. Cooper Flagg like 8 or 9 days older.
Yeah, but
Cooper Flagg was the best player on the USA Select team that scrimmaged with the Olympic team 2 years ago.
That's facts.
Yeah, I still don't know that you know, I mean, I don't want to make that comparison because ain't nobody did what LeBron has done, you know, for the longevity of his career. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
the comparison is he was drafted number 1 overall young. That's the comparison. And it stops there.
Yeah.
Off
Maud,
with
everyone
Claude.
knows that you're a team hopper. We forgive you. Thanks, Claude. I appreciate you for forgiving me. VJ Edgecombe went to the 76ers who need prayer.
Yeah.
The Hornets, Con Knipple went to the Hornets. And what do we think about how the Hornets got manipulated by the Jazz? Danny Ainge is the guy over at the Jazz, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all know Danny Ainge ran game on the Hornets.
How?
To get his guy. So the Hornets and the Wizards had already worked out a trade, and the Hornets were gonna get Ace Bailey. I mean, they were gonna get Ace Bailey for the Wizards, right? It was a done deal going into the draft, but the Jazz, because the Hornets wanted Con Knipple, so the Jazz were like, we're gonna take Con Knipple, we're gonna take Con Knipple, we're gonna take Con Knipple. And so he forced them to not do the trade, to not do the deal, so he could get Ace Bailey. Because Ace Bailey didn't want to go to the Jazz at all. It's not where he wanted to go. But Danny Ainge wanted him as a player. And this is the second time Danny Ainge done ran game. He did this with the Celtics, and when he got my guy Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, Danny Ainge learned from the best. Red Auerbach, bro. He learned from the best. Red Auerbach was fleecing back in the 60s, bro. He learned from the best. So that's in his nature, bro. That's in his nature.
And if you old enough to remember Danny Ainge as a player, Danny Ainge don't give no flux. Okay?
Facts.
Not a one. The boy didn't want to go to Utah, but Danny Ainge said, I'm taking him anyway. He either gonna come here and play for Utah, or he's not gonna get paid next year. And his slide, he took number 5, right? Number 5 overall. That slide, the NBA draft is $40 million guaranteed. He's going to Utah.
Yeah, definitely.
He don't even want to be there. He don't even want to be there.
You don't want to go.
He showed up already, though. He showed up already.
Oh, of course. You got to get that money. Like Tank said, you're not gonna not take that money. You crazy. You know what I'm saying? So the Jazz got Ace Bailey. The Wizards took Trey Johnson from Texas, who I think is the most pro-ready of the guards outside of Dylan Harper.
They got a nice team in Washington. When you Marcus Smart, Middleton, CJ McCullough, you add that Trey Johnson kid. They got a nice little team that could be competitive in Washington. I'm not saying win a chip, but they can be competitive.
BD, Big G. They're gonna be fighting to stay in the play-in. Not even a playing team. They'll be fighting to stay in the play-in. You say a pretty good team. They got old CJ McCollum. They got old Chris Middleton. They got old Kelly Olynyk. They setting up for the rebuild. They got a couple young players, but not impactful enough young players that they ready to make any kind of move. It's 15 teams in each conference. The Wizards going to be like between that 12 and 15 range. They'll be picking very high again next year.
I saw a graphic where like everybody comes off the books, man. Like the whole freaking squad comes off the books at the end of the season. I was like, oh my God. They're really trying to start over because they traded for dudes that they know coming off the books. So pretty smart.
So I'm gonna read through the names in the first round. If there's somebody, Dirt, that you want to talk about, please stop me. Somebody take G that y'all want to talk about, please stop me. The Pelicans got Jeremiah Fears from Oklahoma. The Nets, Igor Dimon. The Raptors, Colin Murray Bowles from South Carolina. He's pretty good. The Rockets, but they traded this one to the Suns. Common Malik from Duke. The boy who just
freeze it right there. Freeze it right there. That was the sneakiest pick of the first round. Listen, man. Phoenix, I'm telling you right now, Phoenix gonna flip Jalen Brooks. It's gonna flip Jalen Green. They're gonna flip him. And now they got two bigs because they got Mark Williams and him. They building around Booker, bro. And if they flip Jalen Green and they turn Jalen Green into two nice players, hey man, Phoenix ain't to be played with neither, bro.
Didn't Booker
You
say he wanted out?
No, Booker's saying he at the crib. They building all. They got to get rid of Bradley Beal and they got to flip Jalen Green. That's all they got to do. Get rid of Beal and flip Jalen Green. And I would just flat out cut Bradley Beal.
Who they sending to Boston?
I don't know.
I mean, Jalen Brown make $300 million. He get paid $60 million a year. So,
No, I'm saying they're going to flip Jalen Green. Jalen Green that they traded from Houston.
oh yeah, he gonna get. I thought you said they're gonna
flip
trade him to Boston for Jalen Brown. I thought you said
they're
Brown
gonna flip.
somewhere.
They're going to flip Jalen Green. They're going to flip Jalen Green. They're going to get some players. I wouldn't be shocked if like you send him to Sacramento and you try to get that Murray kid out of there. They're gonna flip Green into some players. Trust me, bro.
Okay. So we got Cedric Coward traded to the Grizzlies as well. The Bulls draft Noah Insuge.
The Bulls is trash.
The Hawks drafted Derek Queen. Love it, but he was traded to the Pelicans. The Pelicans.
Great pick. Dude might be the most skilled big man in the whole draft.
He's only
Or big
at 6'9". He's a
yeah.
dog.
He inside, outside. I mean, he
That's that
he's a player.
Georgetown kid, right? That's that Georgetown kid.
He played in Maryland.
Maryland kid. Oh yeah.
From Baltimore though.
Yeah, he nice.
The criticism though is that he has a similar skill set and has a similar issues, red flags as Zion Williamson.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I hope they don't be down there eating beignets together. So,
it's a dangerous place to be. You like yourself some food.
Zion like beignets and big booties. That's what Zion is into. Beignets and big butts. and New Orleans got plenty of it. You heard me? They got plenty of it. You heard me?
Big G, I'm gonna go ahead and say no Diddy first. Is he eating all of them?
Oh my God!
Come
on, man.
There you go, bro. There you go. That's no doubt. See, I didn't go there. I just said
no Diddy. You got to chill.
Hey man, so somebody got to ask the tough hitting questions. Note that. You know how it usually goes. It's not tough hitting, but I changed the tough hitting mod because I'm a fifth grader.
So moving right along, the Thunder draft Thomas Sorber from Georgetown, Grizzlies Yang Hansen, Timberwolves Joan Behringer. The Wizards, Walter Clayton, and he was traded to the Jazz.
They sent him to purgatory too, and he can hoop.
Yeah,
he can walk. Clayton can hoop from Florida.
Yeah, that was your guy. That was your guy. He went to the Jazz. Nolan Torre, and was a France kid. Went to the Nets. Kasparis Jacquelinis from Illinois went to the Heat. Let's see. Will Riley from Illinois went to the Wizards. He got traded to the Wizards. Drake Powell was traded to the Nets. The Pelicans drafted Asa Newell, which I thought was going to be a good one, but they traded to the Hawks. The Thunder drafted Nick Clifford, but they traded him to the Kings, and he's from Colorado State. The Magic, Jace Richardson from Michigan State. That
was a great pick.
Yeah. And
that was a great pick. That's Jason Richardson's son. If y'all don't know who that is,
he lines up with the Magic with their team, just young and athletic. Mm-hmm. Here, Ben Seraph got to the Nets. Here's my pick, and I don't care what nobody said. I text B Dirt, and I told Big G about this. This was my sleeper of the draft. 7 foot with a bag. Danny Wolf. He's one of those guys who's going to be developed in the league, and in 3-4 years, a poor man's Kristaps Porzingis. I mean, for real.
A Zingy Pingy?
Yes, man. The boy can see man. He passes really well.
He got everything you saying, but he got better handle. He got more guard skills than Porzingis do.
It's still a poor man's Zingis. He can shoot the ball. He can bring the ball up. He can pass. He sees the court really well. This guy's gonna be a star in the league. He's gonna be a star in the league. What you think, B?
Who he with?
The Nets.
Okay.
he definitely has to mature as far as some of his turnover issues. That was his one downfall when he played at Michigan for the one season. But he does have, he's 7'1" and he can handle the ball, spin with he has a spin move, patented spin move going baseline. He can shoot, he can pass, facilitate. He just needs to get himself to slow down a little bit. Sometimes he gets a little overzealous, I'll call it.
Yeah. The only one in the second round to me that's even worth talking about, and I'm only talking about it because he's another kid who come from the Austin area, is Michael Peavy. Michael Peavy's dad used to coach here at Aikens High School, moved him to San Antonio, then went to Duncanville and won all types of state championships. And then Michael Peavy started at Tech, went to TCU, and then finished out at Georgetown. Micah is going to be down there in New Orleans. So, he's going to be a Pelican. And, that's the only thing in the second round that
I won't say that. The Cleveland Cavaliers got Tyrese Proctor, the fifth kid drafted from Duke, the fifth starter, for position in need. If they let Ty Jerome go, they probably won't pay $14 million a year. He's 6'5", he's a defender, he's a knockdown shooter, spent 3 years at Duke, the second NBA player to come from the NBA Developmental Academy. It's a school in Australia. He's Australian. He was drafted by – matter of fact, he told teams not to draft him because the Cavs had an open roster spot. And he said – and the Cavs were going to give him a roster spot. He's still going to play Summer League and all that, but he's not going to the G League. He's going to be on the roster. Now, be on playing time or not, it's on him. But he wanted to go to Cleveland. So I think that's a huge pick. He played for a Final Four squad. He played with 3 other first-rounders that already went in the top 10, and he was a piece of that team. So I think he's worth mentioning too. PV played for Georgetown. That's bias. Hold it up, Big G. Or B Dirt. That's my ATX bias right there. He's a good player. Player, but we talking about a Georgetown player, not talking about a Duke player. That was just bias.
I admit it. Of course, he led the Big East in scoring at 16 points a game. He's a fifth year senior. But he was from Austin. So
Ty Jerome ain't coming back to Cleveland because they just flipped and got Ball. So Jerome,
I like that too. Yeah, I think so.
They got Lonzo. They got Lonzo Ball with Cleveland now. So
Lonzo Ball's in Cleveland?
Yeah, they flipped Okura. Yeah. They shipped Okura over to the trash Chicago Bulls and got Lonzo Ball out of there.
B-Dirt, what do you think about that, man?
Ty Jerome gone, bro. Ty Jerome gone.
Say that again.
What do you think about Lonzo Ball being in Cleveland?
Oh, man. Do you have a cricket sound you can play for me? I don't care.
That's funny.
Doesn't move a needle for me.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I like the Pistons pick in the second round. Chaz Lanier from Tennessee Balls.
Mm-hmm.
I think he fits a need for them really well because he's a catch and shoot artist, and the way that their offense is built, I think that could really behoove them and start spreading that floor out for Cunningham to drive more. Ivy will be coming back next year. He's a slasher and driver, so I think that catch and shoot 3 could be big for them.
Yeah, Detroit's on the rise. Detroit's on the rise, no doubt about it.
So and they got a hell of a coach. They got a hell of a coach. Fall from where they were, G.
Yeah, but they got a hell of a coach too. They got a hell of a coach.
The basement's even a bad place. But let me tell you, so LeBron James opted in to his $52 million, which I fully expected him to do because, of course, his family's there. His son is on the roster. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But are we going to be able to get anybody? If they don't get Bam, is there anybody else that's going to move that roster to where they're one of the top 5 in the league?
Hell no. No, it's over with.
The Lakers will be able to do something. LeBron opted in to save the team money.
Hell no. Trash ass nigga.
Hell no. They ain't going to be busting a grape in LA. Hell no.
So, no, but they will. I mean, they got Austin Reeves. They got Richie Hachimura. They got Finney. Finney can be part of the sign and trade. They got pieces to get.
He opted
somebody.
out. Finney opted out.
Yeah.
He said he ain't.
That,
He
that's
said
why I
I'm
say he
gone.
can be that. So say he can be part of the sign and trade. They can sign him and trade him somewhere.
Mhm.
So I mean, yeah, they will. And LeBron took that 52 because LeBron could have easily opted out and went somewhere, or the Lakers had to pay him 60, but he stayed at his 52. So you know what you're working around. So I think the Lakers will be okay. I think they'll be a top 4 or 5 seed next season in the West.
They need to trade LeBron.
Mm.
They need to trade him. Trade LeBron.
He got a Bradley Beal.
Well, Larry Bird, where he can't get, he control everything.
No trade clause, yeah.
They need to trade LeBron.
So here's my other question: Nas Reed, Julius Randle, they all signed.
Opted
right?
in. Yep.
So what happens to Nah then?
The who?
Nah. I forget what it sounds. With Nah is what they call him.
Nas Reed?
No. Nah, the other guy they got to sign.
He talking about Shea Cousin.
Oh yeah. I mean, it don't matter near nor there. They're Minnesota has their team locked. It's the development of Ant and how many pieces you willing to put around Ant. That's all that matters. And Big Boy got to go.
Alexander Walker, yeah. Alexander
Big Boy
Walker.
got to go. Big Boy got to go, Tate. He got to go.
You got to go.
Rudy Gobert, get him out of here.
Nobody taking Rudy contract, but Rudy a defensive anchor. I mean, but I wouldn't be surprised if they trade him. I mean, because he gets played off the floor sometimes. But you saw he dominated against the Lakers. If he don't got the center, he's going to dominate like he did against the Lakers in the playoffs. But your boy Julius Randle signed a 3-year, $100 million contract. Nas Reed got $25 million a year. I think a 5-year, $125. Because they're getting 25 a year. So they going with the crew they had, and they just looking for another guard. Maybe your boy, is it Rob Dillingham?
Yeah,
you know,
Rob
because I think Mike Conley is going to hang him up if he hasn't already. So, I mean, they got Terrence Shannon developing. They're going to miss Alexander Walker, but they got DiVincenzo. If they stay healthy next year, they're going to be better than they was this year. They made it to the conference semifinals, and year before that, they made it to the conference finals. So they trending in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. They got to get Shannon
Randall
on the
is
floor,
the
bro.
Bermuda Triangle, man. The ball goes there, and never goes back.
That's facts.
B-Dirt, I love it, bro. I
That's
love
facts.
it. I love it. But you know, he's been this, and you know, because my nephews are playing. Shout out to all the kids, by the way, who are playing in AAU and high level AAU basketball. We got a couple coming on here pretty quick. We'll talk about probably later. Big G's talking to them. But I will say this, you know, ever since Julius Randle has been playing AAU basketball, he's been that guy where the ball gets in his hands and it's over.
He's going to get his regardless of what it means for the team.
Texas.
Yeah, the Texas guy. But, you know.
I'm saying that hits your love. There you go. I'm just calling it out.
Listen, I have no love.
KJ didn't get drafted. Well, what's he doing?
KJ hurt. He coming back for another year.
Oh, he come back for another year. Okay,
Yeah, he tore his Achilles, bro. He tore his Achilles.
Tore his Achilles.
Okay.
So the Rockets are now gonna pursue Finney Smith. If the Rockets end up with Finney Smith, the Rockets roster is ready to go, man. It's ready to go. It's locked and loaded. For real. Can KD win a chip without being on a loaded team?
That's the question. Because that's what he's never done. Can he win one without being on a loaded team?
Every team he only loaded because he KD.
Stop that, Tate. Stop that. Golden State was winning chips before KD got there.
They lost to LeBron. They went and got KD to come there. They went to the Hamptons to recruit him. KD, we need you. This guy, Bron, about to start beating us. He should have beat us last year if Kevin Love and Kyrie didn't get hurt, but he did beat us this year. And if you don't come, he's going to beat us next year. They went and recruited. And KD won 2 MVPs in those finals. He was the man.
KD had to go to a squad that was killers. to get a chip, bro. And we're gonna see if he's gonna be
Hey,
able to do it in
hey,
Houston.
hold on. Let me ask y'all this, and just be honest. On the OKC teams with Harden and Westbrook and KD, who was the best player?
KD.
Thank you.
Yeah, Westbrook was a dog though back then too.
No,
He was,
they
man.
all Big G. We talking about Hall of Famer. That's it. Who was the
Yeah.
best player
Yeah,
when he
Yeah.
went to when he went to Golden State? Who was the best player?
Steph.
Why? How come Steph won his first MVP, Finals MVP when KD the last Finals and Final Four? KD won 2 when he was there. KD
def-
put him over the top.
He
Matchups.
Steph went on streaks, man, that just was breaking teams straight back. Like he come down and hit 3, 4, 5 threes in a row, and I was
I think Steph is the higher ranked player right now all time. He is. But on those teams, KD was the best player, which is why it took him time to get back to the championship when he left, which is why they went and got him so we can win championships when Golden State went and got him. They recruited him.
Hey, speaking of Golden State, man, Kuminga got a qualifying offer
from who?
For how much? From who?
from Golden State.
Oh, yeah, well,
He matched the qualifying offer. So
That was
he's
smart.
stuck there right now. I want to see him get out from the shadows. I want to see what he can do. I want to see him where he can go to a fresh squad and see how he can ball out.
Mhm.
Are we allowed to say ball out, Tate?
Yeah, that's you safe.
well, Bob already said it. He might be sitting there with his out.
As long as you don't put an S
doubt.
on,
No Diddy, no doubt.
as long as you don't
Diddy.
put an S on ball, I think you're good. Ball out, I think it's good. Balls out, no good.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it was definitely a no
That's the
Diddy.
rule. That's the rule.
So let me ask y'all this. I have a question. Does Giannis get moved before the year's over with?
He
Before the year
should.
starts?
He should. He should demand that they trade him. He should demand it that they trade him. If not, Giannis ain't getting no more chips, bro. Giannis ain't getting no more chips. Giannis should force his way out of Milwaukee. Force his way out of there. Get me out of here. First thing
Can
smoke.
the Lakers get him?
I'll tell you where he be dangerous.
They got to give up so much.
If you could ship him and get Jalen Green and some draft picks and shift that up there to Milwaukee and get Giannis down there with Book, woo! Look out. Look out. But he need to get up on out of there, bro. He needs to force his way out. I would.
Well,
They ain't got a chance in hell.
I don't think he has to force his way out. I think the team will work with him. Giannis has yet to say he wants to be traded. He's waiting to see what the team is going to do. Now, it could be one of them September trades before the season start where they got to trade him, but he get on time right now to see what they going to do, what they're going to be able to put around him this year.
So B-Dirt brought up a good point. He brought up Kuminga, right? So Kuminga's been linked to this trade. That signing Kuminga and then picking up DeMar DeRozan. Does that move the needle for Golden State?
Nope.
It move them to a nursing home. Steph, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, DeMar DeRozan. What are we talking about?
That's what, more so than the age to me. DeMar DeRozan and Jimmy Butler are going to occupy the same space on the floor.
Yeah.
Mid-range kings.
Yeah. And somebody gonna get the spark. Somebody gonna get sparks smacked from them. Between Draymond and them, there's some sparks coming, bro.
They
All
need
three
an
of them is loose
athletic
cannon.
slasher if they're going to get somebody else.
Yeah. There's
Or
some
a
sparks
3 and
coming in
D.
practice, bro. Some sparks. Butler, Draymond Green, and DeRozan on the same squad. Somebody getting smacked. I don't know who, but somebody getting smacked in practice.
I'll tell you what.
The only one of them I'm worried about is Jimmy Butler, maybe, because he seemed a little crazy.
Texas boy, and he is crazy. He is crazy. The interesting trade for me, the interesting move for me, and I think that would really shake up the NBA is Jaren Jackson. If the Grizzlies say, you know what, screw it, we're just going to go ahead and blow this thing up, and they trade Jaren Jackson and John Morant, I mean, it just depends on where they would land. But Jaren Jackson makes a difference. If he goes to any other team that's in contention, the Lakers, you know, if he ends up at the Lakers, if he ends up, you know, in somewhere in the East, you know, like a Detroit or something, yeah, that people are in trouble. because he can move the needle. He can move the needle.
I think they got to blow up the Nuggets, man. I think they got to get rid of everybody and keep keep the Joker and put pieces around that dude, man, and get another chance to get a chip. Quick Draw McGraw need to be the first dude traded. Michael Porter Jr., get him out of there, right? And right behind him, send Murray. Send them both out of there and get some pieces around him, man, to get him a chip.
So was the question about?
Said Jaren Jackson, not
Yeah,
Jaren.
well, I said, what was the question about Denver or was it about Memphis?
It was about Memphis. He said,
Yeah. No, but I wonder because Big G went to Denver.
Yeah,
I don't know why Big G went to Denver. I mean,
Memphis trash. Memphis trash. I'm talking about a team that can get a chip. I'm talking about the Nuggets. They can get a chip.
Never let facts stand in the way of his take.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. I don't care. I ain't talking about Memphis. They ain't no contention to get no chip. But the Nuggets can get a chip, but they got to get them pieces out of there. Quick Draw McGraw, Porter out of there, and Murray. Get them both gone.
But what do you do? I mean, so you get rid of those. So who do you bring in, Big G? Who available do you bring in?
Ja.
So Memphis might get rid of Ja. Memphis would be better if they traded Jamal Murray traded Ja for Jamal Murray.
Yeah, get Ja over there. Get Ja with the Joker.
Because then you got shooting around Jaren Jackson Jr. and Big Edie down there.
Mm-hmm. Get Ja. And get Quick Draw McGraw. He should be on the first thing smoking out of there. Porter Jr. is trash.
He's trash?
He's not trash.
He's horrible. He's horrible.
man.
You talk about the black hole with Julius Randle. Porter even worse. Porter ain't have no assists. Boy, as soon as he catches it, that Joker's getting chucked up there, bro.
Bermuda Triangle so that I wouldn't get a Diddy. See,
Bermuda is
the black hole.
Quick Draw McGraw is the biggest Bermuda Triangle in the NBA.
Hold on, G. Gotta get you.
No Diddy. You got to chill.
That still ain't worse than Jerry Jones, though. What Jerry say? What do you call it? Be there? No. Diddy.
No.
Oh, I know what he said. He said glory.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said glory hole instead black hole.
But no, man. I mean, Denver. I mean, would Giannis work with Joker?
Absolutely. Giannis and Joker would kill the league.
It's kind of like Bam with Wemby. I like they do different things. Giannis does.
No, Bam and Wemby is still Bam being the man, like B. There said. Wemby is great, but he's not ready. Joker and Giannis, they was the 2 and 3 in MVP this year.
Oh yeah,
it's a difference. It's levels to this, mod.
Yeah, Murray Porter draft picks shipped. Give me
and the kid, what's his name? Braun, the young kid came from Kansas. Throw him in there too. Just make it happen. I'm saying, throw him in there. Milwaukee need to go young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I agree that Ja is probably going to be the odd man out and be the one that they get off of him. But
yeah, go ahead. That's the man. Oh my God. I mean, come on, bro.
No Diddy.
You got to chill.
That was almost like a premeditated robbery, bro.
You could just said trade. See, we sometimes we go too far into our thought. See, I could have said something else. Too far into our thought, and we just let the Diddy's out, man, without even subconsciously.
So, all right, last one. I gotta ask. Jaylen Brown. You think that he's gonna be a Celtic next year? I'm gonna start with you, B Dirt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Agreed.
Plain and simple. Yes. I think if anybody gets moved off that Celtics team, it's gonna be White.
Yeah. They already done moved Ziggy Pingy and Holiday. Drew Holiday in Portland.
Correct. I'm talking about
Ziggy Pingy gone. Yeah.
In that next group.
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to get underneath the curtain, right, or whatever they call it. What it's not the curtain.
The apron.
The apron. Shelf, the curtain, the apron, whatever.
But
So-
yeah, and B Dirt is right because Boston know without Tatum they can't win next year. So they would have been a tax team this year. When you're a tax team, when you over that apron, you pay 6 times whatever you over. So if you over 10 million, you have to pay 60 million in penalty. 6 times. So like where a few years ago, I think Golden State was like 173 million over. And they didn't care. They just win the championships. And if you win the championships, maybe you're willing to pay that. But even then, it wasn't $6 billion. That was what they paid, 173. Now, if you pay 173 times 6, that's not.
Now, if you do it multiple back-to-back years, there's also other things. You
lose draft picks.
Your draft pick goes to the end of the round. You possibly lose one. Yeah. So there's different levels to what can happen as far as year after year being over that apron too.
B Dirt's the money man.
Where's
Follow
a good
the money.
place? Where's a good place Derek White could go? Good place.
Where's a good place?
He made 20 a year. He's the 84th highest paid player in the NBA.
Man, if I was Cleveland, I'd rather have him than Ball.
I'd trade him for Garland head up.
Garland made too much money. Garland made 39. He made 20. So remember with the new rules.
Yeah, it's got to match.
Money got to match. Yeah.
Can't give him 4
How much does Ball make?
10. That's why we traded Okoro for 11. So yeah, he and if Lonzo Ball healthy, he gonna be good. But I'm trying to think of a good fit for Derek White. I think he could.
Denver.
He could be good in Denver playing around Joker. Joker make everybody better offensively.
He does. And I mean, the free agency period starts at 6 on Monday, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow.
6 o'clock. Free agent frenzy gonna be jumping off.
Listen, Austin Reeves didn't take his deal from the Lakers either.
He did not.
White might be able to fill that void if Reeves doesn't resign.
Now that could be a match.
Reeves has one more year, right? It's one more year left.
Yeah, he can be traded though.
Yep.
Oh,
Sign and trade, kick him to the curb with the quickness.
He make about 18. He right in that 20 range. And Austin Reeves didn't resign. He opted out because he can make one, I think, to help them this year. 2, he can if a team want to give him the super max next year, he can make like 5 years, 240 for an undrafted free agent, a person that wasn't even drafted. So he's thinking smart business wise. Think about his future. I mean, the Cavs guy, Sam Merrill, he was undrafted. He was a journeyman in the G League and played. He just signed, and for him, he just signed a 4-year, $38 million deal. He wasn't drafted. He was a bum. He making almost $10 million a year.
Happy as hell.
The NBA giving money away nowadays.
Yeah,
I'm just
and
saying.
White is like a better Alex Caruso, and Alex Caruso played dividends for OKC. Man,
He did.
Good comp, Big G.
I like that. That's probably one of the best comparisons I've ever heard you make.
I was about to say, said me never. Big G, you got one.
Yeah,
he's like a Caruso, man, and if you trying to get a chip, you need a white, like a dude white on your squad, dog. You need a dude.
you need a white dude.
You white dude. Big
White ain't white. White ain't white. White or black. He just got a ball head and light skin.
What you about to say? You need a white dude.
You need a white dude.
You need a dude like Caruso, a dude like White. You got to have a dude like that to put in the mix. Dude. Yeah, but he more like a brother. He built like a brother.
I'm glad he finally went with the ball head after years in LA.
Yeah,
man, he was busting a grill in the championship. Man, he was killing them.
He was. B-Dirt. Before we go because we're about to go to commercial break and then we're going to baseball for the last, and then our
Austin Reeves cap hit this year is $14 million, by the way.
Cheap.
And then
the money,
then
man.
Go to our parting shot. So, Dirt, who is it that on Monday at 6 o'clock they can really move the needle on the NBA? Who is it? Give me the player. I need
The
to
player or the team?
the player. Who's the player who
The
can
Greek
move the
freak.
needle?
If he moves, it shifts the dynamic of multiple teams and conferences
Facts.
for sure.
Yep.
Tate, give me the team who need to make a move, who's about to be out of this if they don't make a move.
I'm gonna say it's tougher to make a move, man. But they're gonna make a move. Miami Heat.
If you
Either
don't, they won't make playoffs.
right, either Bam and you bring in a Hall, or work around the corners and bring another guy in there. They're talking about trading Andrew Wiggins back to Golden State potentially for Kuminga. That could be an upgrade. I mean, and I like Andrew Wiggins, but he's not like B. Dirt said earlier. I think Kuminga's ready to go somewhere and be a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wiggins is still getting over what happened with his wife. That was sad. But anyway, the gist of the matter is that you say Miami. Your ex team, since we're talking about exes, what they gonna do, man? Well, what is New York gonna do at this point? Because New York's been a factor. They got themselves back into the conversation playoff wise and in title contention. They have to make a move. Who is it that they can pick up?
How the hell you gonna make a move when you ain't got no damn coach? They trash right now. The ownership is probably gonna break this thing up and trade off everybody because they can't get a coach. Now listen. Now I heard some crazy stuff, and listen, I wouldn't be mad. I heard they went down to South Carolina and told Staley what's cracking. And if you get Staley as the coach in New York, you might be cooking with gas.
You talking about Don Staley?
Yeah. I heard that they went down there and hollered at her, bro. And if you get Staley in New York, you might be cooking with, bro. You might be, man. That's a coach, bro. That's a coach. That's what she gonna tell them dudes. You better get your ass in my gym. You have all that playing around and all whatever else. We playing to win. That's a coach. Come on. Don Staley is a dog coach. I'll take Don Staley over half the NBA coaches right now, today. Over half of them. Staley is a dog. So if they get a coach, hey, I'm in with Staley. I'll roll with the punches with that. Dog, she a hell of a coach. No, I ain't. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say.
Flaming hot take, bro.
James Dolan is trash.
Don Staley is a dog. Don Staley is better than half the coach in the league.
Didn't say a word about her. I said James Dolan is trash.
Yeah, he is.
Facts.
As long as he still owns the Knicks, they still gonna have problems.
That's facts.
Kind of like the Jerry Jones syndrome.
Yep.
And Jerry was good when he was trying to get over the hump. Once he became king, then he started doing things all different. It became his voice and his voice only, and then things didn't work as well.
Hey, listen, Claude agreed with me. Claude said Staley better. She's a dog coach, man.
I think she's a great coach. Men or women, she know the game. If he tried to go get everybody else, I like the whole Colin Cowherd take. He's like, Dolan's plan was like, he said, Colin Cowherd said, to be like me, leaving my wife without a plan. I go to, what's Scarlett Johansson's husband's name? It's like, go to him like, man, I know you really love and like your wife, man, but you mind letting me have her? That's what Colin Cowherd said the Knicks' plan was for a coach. They're going to ask everybody who has a coach that's married to that team, can I talk to your wife?
No, hell no. Hell no, you can't talk to my coach.
No.
And they need to go get Staley. They need to go get Staley, bro. They need to go get Staley.
They left their old lady at home to go mess with the big booty girl. That's what Jamel Hill said.
Listen. All right, you guys, we're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll be back before we get to the end of the show. G, take us to the commercial break, bro.
Thank you guys for rocking with part 2 of the Know It Alls podcast live on a Sunday. If you're watching this live on YouTube, we'll be right back after we pay some bills and get a word from our sponsors and partners. If you're listening to us wherever you get your audio podcasts, Google, Spotify, and or Apple, we'll be right back with part 2 of the Know It Alls podcast.
And we are back. We are back. Listen, so we were talking about baseball earlier, man. Definitely. How we feeling right now, man? How you feeling about your Major League Baseball team? Talk to me.
They holding on by a thread, bro. Koitallz Steels keep getting kicked off the lineup, sent to the bench, not playing well at
but
all.
Y'all are 49 and 35. Y'all are
Man, it don't matter, bro. We ain't got. Listen, it don't matter. I already done told you at the beginning of the season, bro. What's up with it? What time it is, man? Braun, I don't know when we get him off of the injured. Harper, I don't know, man. I mean, dog, we in first place, but it ain't no first place where I'm like, man, we about to go get this chip. I just glad we in first place because we done beat the hell out of the Atlanta Braves every time we play them. So that's my main, I'm feeling good about that. We done smacked the Braves around like they the little stepchild. Get out of here, you little trash. So I'm riding with the Phillies.
And we're 4-6, man. We're 38 and 45, so I'm a little depressed about that. Even the Reds are 44 and 40. So, Tate, what you think, man? Where we at? Y'all are 5 and 5 in the last 10. How you feeling?
Well, man, I think, like I said earlier, the Reds are primed to get Hunter Green back. I don't know if y'all checked out the new young boy, the number 2 overall draft pick last year. We brought him up last week. He's actually going to pitch tomorrow. Chase Burns. He struck out 6 of his first 7 batters in his opening day, not opening day, his first career start.
Who he pitching against tomorrow, Tate? Who he pitching against
the Boston Red Sox in Fenway.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, see, Austin Dartnover, he's a Bengal fan, so he's probably a Red fan too, probably a little biased. But Chase Burns is awesome. He's gonna be a beast. I was watching his first 3 innings, like Paul Skeen. Who? Who is Paul Skeen?
That's disrespect. Tate.
Who is?
That's disrespect. Stop that. That's
Paul
disrespect.
Skeen, then after his rookie year, we were saying that. We were saying that.
Paul Skeens is a dog.
Watch tomorrow, Big G. I'm not saying he's Paul Skeen, but the Reds have won 6 of their last 7 series. Like I said, they the only team in the major leagues not to be swept by anybody. No sweeps. The toughest part is winning one-run games. We've lost probably about 10 of those this year. Yesterday, we would have swept the Padres, but the bullpen gave up a 3-0 lead in like the 7th inning. They gave it up, and they lost yesterday 6-4. But they won today. They did come back and get a win today. I scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. And I think they're going to get Hunter Green back after the All-Star break. The young guy going to start pitching well. So I like the direction they're going in. And that division, I'm just looking at it. Like I said earlier, the NL Central, the Cubs are 49 and 35. The Reds are 5 games back of first place, with the Brewers 2 games back, the Cardinals 2.5 games back. So they're all right there in that mid-40 range for wins. So, and we're going into the second. We just started the second half. They played 84 games. 81's halfway. So we'll see if the Reds can get hot and make a move. I think they're like 2.5 games out the wild card right now. So I like where the Reds at. Even I'm going to keep calling them trash, though, because that seems to work. The Reds, big trash, Big G. I'm going to do like you. Reverse psychology.
Yeah, I had to because any expectation I got for the Phillies, I'm down. Hey, listen, man. You see that comment Claude Bishop put up there, man?
What Claude say, man?
I figure he's probably trying to put up
him in
new
the rubber
curtains in the
room,
Matrix.
dog. Put him in the rubber room, bro. No, send him to the rubber room. He needs to
Claude
go to the rubber room.
Claude has to go once. He has to go once a show. Yeah,
For those of you
rubber room.
listening and not watching, Claude Bishop said Pittsburgh Pirates are the 2025 World Series champions.
And then
Crazy, man. You right. I am crazy.
Claude. Hey, man, the Pirates are 14 and a half out of first place, which means they probably like about 12 something out of the wild card spot. Who knows? Now they can turn it around, but them and the White Sox not as bad as they was last year. Pittsburgh might be the worst team in baseball this year.
Hey, man, we'll take skis
the
off
Rockies.
your hands, man.
They have good pitching.
We get skis off your hands. We'll be
The,
all right.
the Rockies are the worst team. The Rockies are the worst team.
Yeah, they're horrible. They're horrible. But our lineup is a mess. And B Dirt, I'm gonna let you just go ahead and talk after this. So it's just there's nothing really I can say, man. Our lineup is a mess until they really fix our lineup. And man, it's not gonna work, man. I mean,
Come on, y'all suck.
Braves, man.
Y'all suck. They suck. That's what's up with them. They horrible.
The lineup's a mess, man. The lineup's
They horrible. Get them out of here.
I'm excited with the Stros, and the Rangers are starting to do a little something, but
Are we jumping to Texas already? We leave our team to jump.
Oh my God. B-Dirt, put the big bias up there, B-Dirt.
That must be that must be in old Nate the Great DNA, because I remember when Big G went from the Knicks to the Cavs.
He did.
I was disappointed after 40 years, dog. I couldn't take it no more. I couldn't take it. I can't take it no more.
What seemed like a bad move last year, because Knicks got hot. Now we look at their owner, they coach. We just talked about it. Big G still a good move. The Cavs gonna have a chance to chip again before the Knicks do.
Yeah, the Knicks trash.
Hey man, B-Dirt, it's on you, bro. It's on you. This baseball season, how you feeling? First of all, who's your team? And then, tell us how you feeling about this baseball season.
Oh, whoa! I didn't know you didn't know who the team was. My bad. I get this out here over here. Detroit Tigers.
Oh, the Tigers.
Best team in baseball.
Tigers.
Best team in baseball.
Not the best team in baseball right now. Best record is the Los Angeles Dodgers. But listen, I knew the Tigers had a bunch of young talent. I did not expect some of the bounce back that we got so far this year from some of the young hitters. We've got Riley Green with 18 home runs. Torkelson has bounced back after being sent to the minors last year. After slumping, he's got 17 home runs.
He's a dog.
Carpenter has come out of nowhere, 16 home runs.
Facts.
So the team's playing really well. A fun team to watch. 20 games over 500, 11-game lead over the second place Guardians. I don't expect them. I said this a few weeks ago. I don't expect them to be the number one team in baseball. I think that is the Dodgers. I think the Padres are a little better than them. There's a couple National League teams. They are one of the better teams, top couple teams right now in the American League, and they're ahead of schedule as far as the rebuild. And I did not expect them to be. I expected them to be neutral at the trade deadline this year, but I think they're going to be buyers. So I think they believe they're a piece or two away. And unfortunately, the bad news for my Tigers is I also think that they kind of see the writing on the wall. Skubal, his agent is Scott Boras.
Oh Lord!
He's at least two. We're not signing no contracts.
Lord! Gleason,
yeah.
Gleason.
So that'll be interesting to see. I know Skubal likes it in Detroit. He seems to love the fan base and everything. But at the end of the day, Scott Boras is going to do what Scott Boras does. So I don't know if we'll ever get that deal done with him. So it could be a short window for this team as it sits. So I think there'll be buyers at the trade deadline.
Dirt, y'all going to the chip.
That'd be great.
Y'all going to the dance. Y'all going to the show.
I'd be there.
Y'all going.
I was there in 2012 when they went.
They're the best team in the American League.
I think they are buyers for everything B. Dirt said. They have opportunity. 11 games up, they have an opportunity to take the division. You take the division, even though they play in the poopiest division in the MLB. Look at the records. That they can take that opportunity, get a playoff berth with Skubal pitching, and the way the team been playing. All you gotta do is punch the ticket and get there.
Detroit would go bananas. Detroit would go bananas if they made it to the chip. Man, that team would be on fire.
Detroit's back. The Lions regular season. The Pistons make the playoffs. Detroit leading up one of the top teams in the AL. Yeah, definitely.
Detroit all the way back. They all the way back.
Motown, B. Dirt.
Yep.
All right.
We got to get you back up in Michigan, man.
So here we go, bro. With parting shots, and today we're getting ready to leave, but I'm gonna allow our guest that's been on the show and been an awesome guest, by the way, B Dirt. You gonna take it? Parting shots, bro.
Thank you, Mod. thank you for having me. Taj Brooks was a pretty awesome interview and a great young man with a wonderful opportunity. My party shout is going to be this, man. We next week we get to celebrate the 4th of July, the independence of our great country. And I want, like, a lot of division going on in the country right now. But I want to take the time just to say, try to remember on the 4th of July and the independence that, you know, even though we don't agree with each other, and even though there's some crazy stuff going on out in the world, we still are independent. We still are the free, the United States of America. And we're free to say those things and disagree with each other and do all those things. Just try to keep it in your mind, man. We're all in this together. You know, just because I may not like somebody I work with, I may not like a boss, I'm still rooting for them, right? I'm still rooting for us to do better as an organization, a company, and I'm the same way with my country, man. I may not agree with what everybody does and every single move, but at the end of the day, I'm still rooting for our country.
Love it, man. Love it. I appreciate you for those words, man. Tate, man. Tate Boy Fresh. Holla at me, man. What time is it? Pardon shot.
It's almost 8:00 straight up East Coast time, but because we gotta keep you knowing what time it is. We told you the East Coast time run the world, so remember that. But nah, man. I mean, I really just want to thank everybody. Thank Taj for joining us, man. Certainly appreciate him joining us today. Great interview, great information. I thought all you guys asked great questions of him. Seems like a really and like everybody you connected with, Mod, as you get to from your neck of the woods, you get to come on as, you know, right, really good young men. So appreciate that. I mean, you know, they seem like I said, really good young men. So appreciate that. Shout out again to my nephew Tate, turned 5 years old today. My father-in-law, DC, turned 80 today. And just, you know, it's been a fabulous weekend. Appreciate it. Agree with B Dirt. You know, man, I'm always rooting for the country, but I can be a player. I can be a player and still want my coach to want a different coach. You know, I want a different coach, but I'm still rooting for my team. So definitely agree with what B Dirt said. And with that, man, I'm going to say, check out the Central Division Showdown tomorrow. We're going to talk more basketball, more specific. I'm going to get into the Cleveland Cavaliers stuff with Pay. It's supposed to be on tomorrow. You never know with the homie Pay. We don't know. We'll know when we know. That's his showtime. So he's supposed to be here tomorrow. He's hosting. So
always a game time decision.
Always the game time decision. So yeah, check it out tomorrow.
He missed more games than AD.
Yeah, always.
And he was there the other day. B Dirt Friday. He showed up to the game, but he really never checked in.
He did not participate.
Always
coach's decision. DNP.
Right. So nah, man. Shout out to all of our podcast efforts. The Know-It-Alls crew, we'll call it the Homies crew. Check us all out on Fans First Sports Network, the Steel Curtain Network, the Know-It-Alls channel first and foremost, Running Through the Jungle, Frustrated Chicago Sports Fans. Just check us out everywhere. Check out your podcast. We appreciate everybody rocking with us and joining us. And I'll see you Monday. And Big G and myself will see you again on Wednesday on Pump Your Brakes with the quadruple OG Curve, because he's a little older than Shannon, the triple OG Shannon right after that on Pump Your Brakes.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, man. That's a big shout out. Big G normally go ahead and does that whole shout out, but do it again, man. Take started shouting out everybody, but G, go ahead.
I just did that because I ain't had nothing else to say.
I ain't stealing Tate's smoke. Tate already said the crew right up there on the dang on building. Ma, Tate, me, B Dirt, and Pay. All of us got different shows, different platforms across the board, on YouTube, across the board, or wherever you get your audio podcasts. Check them all out. Steel Curtain Network, Fans First Sports Network, Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan, Running Through the Jungle. We are DC for life and the Know-It-Alls crew. And I'm on Steelers Almighty as well. So my parting shot is this. I'm on the Q&A tonight. with Betts. Betts hollered at me earlier. He said, "G, I need you on tonight." So for all y'all Steeler fans, I'm gonna be over there cutting up real bad on the Q&A tonight with Betts, man. My boy over there on Steel Curtain Network. So in about 45 minutes, I'll probably be over there. Second of all, make sure you check out me on Steelers Almighty on Tuesdays with my boy Big B, man. Dog, we're growing fast, man. We're like the fastest growing platform out there right now currently in Steel Curtain Network. I mean, Steelers Network, man. So we're growing like crazy. And my last thing is, look, in like 48 hours, we got like 3 weeks of teams start reporting for the college football and for the NFL. It's go time. It's go time. All this anticipation about all these people talking all they yak, because the offseason gives everybody optimism and hope. But we're about to see what the real deal is here in about 3 weeks. And I'm so excited for this football season, man. There's so much parity in college football and so much parity in the NFL. There's really no clear-cut team that you can say, oh, they're going to win it. And this is the first time in a long time in college football and in the NFL where there's no clear-cut, oh, they're going to win it. Or there's no clear-cut for the first time in the NFL and in NC2A. So I'm excited for the football season just to see the parity and see how teams, go at it. Because this year is going to be a great year in football, man, for sure, in both college and NFL.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I heard somebody say something today that really kind of had me I'm like, y'all can't be serious, right? You know what I'm saying? Here's what they said, and this is egregious. It's almost egregious. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm finna read blind stats. B-Dirt, Tate, G. Finna read some blind stats before I get into my parting shot. 8,000 over the last 2 seasons. 8,544 passing yards to 8,011 passing yards. 69 passing touchdowns, 53 passing touchdowns, 67.9 completion percentage, 67.3 completion percentage, 26 interceptions to 25 interceptions, and 100 passer rating to a 93 passer rating. One quarterback is Patrick Mahomes. The other one's Baker Mayfield. And they tried to tell me that Baker Mayfield over the last 2 years has been a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. No, absolutely not.
That's why stats is trash. Whoever said that can kick rocks, man. Ain't no way in hell Baker Mayfield. He ain't even the best quarterback in the NFC.
B-Dirt got something to say. I see it on his face. What is it we're saying, B-Dirt?
Patrick Mahomes has statistically had a couple down years in his realm the past 2 years. But you also got to look at what he's had to work with, wide receiver core getting reshaped and redone, and then having injuries, and then the Rashee Rice thing. And there's outstanding circumstances outside of his control where you look at Godwin, Evans, and he went, like Mayfield went to a really good situation there in Tampa. Good for him getting to come back, get a nice contract after it looked like his career was in jeopardy as a starter. But he's not Patrick Mahomes.
No,
nowhere close.
Nowhere close. Nowhere close at all. Tate, you had something. You came off mute for a second.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry if I see you put me on mute. I thought I hit mute. You heard me crunching my chips.
Tearing them chips up, boy. You working them chips out. Boy. You working them out.
Hey, so my apologies, everybody. Between takes, man, I gotta just re-up with the Pringles, man. But yeah, man, we all know, man. That's like not even a thing to say. I mean, I don't care if Patrick Mahomes had two straight Buddy Brister years. He's still better than Baker. Now Baker's improved a lot since he left Cleveland. I mean, but everybody does, which is why I'm expecting a big year from Juan Thornhill this year in Pittsburgh. You get out of Cleveland, you get your superpowers back. So, not even anything to discuss. I said too much already.
Yeah, definitely. He said Tate is snacking barbecue Pringles nice. You know what I'm saying?
Killing them bad babies.
He was getting it in. I wasn't even mad at him neither, because I was like, I have my snack
I
here.
didn't know y'all can hear.
Yeah, I can't tell y'all what my snack is, because of course I work with kids, but I got my snack right here as well. And definitely
You got some cashews or pecans or something like that. You can say it.
I got some almonds.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. But not the other thing.
How easy was that though?
Yeah, see, you got to think about his words to give a clear descriptive of what it is. Almonds, cashews, pecans, something, hey, we can understand.
Okay. All right. Listen, I talk about this all the time. I talk about friendship. I talk about company. I talk about who you roll with, and you're only as strong as your team. And I talk about that from an outsider's perspective, like, examine the people you're around, right? But this time I want to talk about examining yourself. What type of friend are you? What type of person are you to the people that you're around? Are you the type of person that somebody else would be glad to be connected with? Or are you the type of person that repels everybody? A lot of times people will be like, well, yeah, so-and-so don't like you, or so-and-so don't like. Well, first of all, look, so-and-so can't be wrong. Like, everybody in the world can't be wrong. And you know what I'm saying? And you're the only person that's right? So if you're the only person that they have in common and everybody else has the same problem with you, then it's probably you. And being introspective as a person is something you have to do. I do that all the time. I try to check myself and say, hey, man, look, if I'm the problem, let me get myself together. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be willing to have those hard conversations, and you got to be willing to look at yourself and put yourself on the block. Now, here's the other thing. I'm not trying to tell you to beat yourself up. I'm not trying to tell you to be hard on yourself and put yourself down. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is you need to do the internal work. You need to constantly be trying to get better and working at being better and working at challenging yourself to grow, because the only thing that's not growing is dead. When you're dead, you're not growing anymore. When you're allow yourself to be stagnant in areas and not grow, then you can't grow to the place or be in the place that you want to be. Because in life, we want to be successful. And I'm going to tell you, the only thing that's going to bring you success is you being consistent. Because you could try something the first time and you're going to miss. You're not going to do everything the first thing right. You know what I'm saying? As you keep going, consistency keeps happening. What happens after consistency is perfection, right? And most people quit in the consistency phase because they're not built for that. They're not built to continue to be consistent and staying on yourself so that you can continue to be a better person or work at being a better person in life. And I'm just saying, I talk to you guys all the time about having great interpersonal relationships with the people around you, but you got to work on you. You have to make sure that you're being the person that you would want to be around, right? And if you're repulsive, man, change it. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna tell you something, and it's a big secret. No, it's not really. Tate and I, and G and I have this relationship that's like brothers because we've been around each other for such a long. I call Tate George Costanza because he'll go on a rampage and everything, but I understand Tate, right? And guess what Tate has done though? Tate has said, you know what? I could be better in this aspect. And he's turned it around and he understands his interpersonal relationship with me. So he may be that way with everybody else, but he changes with me. That lets me know he wants to be in a relationship with me. Vice versa, same thing with Big G, right? Me and Big G will go at it and clash. It'll be Clash of the Titans, because he's used to, going at Nate. He went at Nate the Great the same, and I'm like a clone of Nate the Great. So it's like, bam, we bumping heads. But guess what? He'll come back and say, you know what, Maude? I could change that. I could be better. I could be better in that aspect. And then I'll come to him and I'll be like, you know what, G, I was wrong too. And these are the conversations that you have to have if you want to have effective relationships with people. So I'm saying today, please look at yourself. Be introspective. do the work. Do the work. Help yourself get better. And I welcome that. B Dirt being an extension of this whole thing. I welcome that. I want to get to know and be the best person that I could be. In every relationship. And we all have to take that type of attitude, especially if you want to get better. And the thing, and I'll say this and I'm done. A lot of the relationships that I have were forged when I was 20 years young. The relationship with Ray Jackson, the relationship with Alvin Guyton, a lot of the relationships with the people that I have, they were forged when I was 20. So we've been the same type of person, just tweaking that guy and becoming a better individual from that time. And if you don't have relationships that are over 20 years old, I challenge you, go back and look. If you don't have 20-year relationships with people, that's a problem. And that problem 9 times out of 10 ain't got nothing to do with anybody else. That problem has to do with you. This is Mod's Moments, man. I'm done. Do you guys got anything y'all want to add? Go ahead, Tate.
Man, I know y'all cats don't like me, man. I know y'all tolerate me, right? Because you know how I am.
Tolerate.
Go tolerate me.
Instead of tolerate, you put his name in it.
What the hell is tolerate?
Hey, you know you own yourself when you put your last name in the word.
You kick rocks with that. I like you.
I ain't got no problem with Tate. You get on my damn nerves, but I get on your nerves too, so it don't matter.
That's part I'm talking about. So my question is, though, I just want to say that part. My question is, I know Costanza was on Seinfeld, wasn't always watching it like that when it was know how popular it was and everything. But what's the comp to Costanza and myself?
Oh, he went from 0 to 100 really, really fast, and you'll go from 0 to 100 really, really fast. Like we'll be talking, and then all of a sudden, Tate is gone. Like and just anger through the roof. He just gone.
Is that true, man?
What's that? You go to 0 to 100?
Yeah.
No.
And me and B Dirt know each other about 25-ish, 24 years now.
I wouldn't say you go 0 to 100, but I will say this: when something annoys you, you make it known. You don't mince words.
Right. Okay.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Right. We still again, we're in a relationship with one another because we figured this out about each other, and we say, hey, you know what? This guy's great. He's a really great person. I want to have him in my life. So let me change to have him there. So yeah, I was 15 when I met you, Tate. So, you know what I'm saying? And there was a season where we hung out super tough, like for real. And you still my number one spade partner because there's somebody on here I would neber play spades with again.
You ain't play spades with B Dirt.
I ain't going to say his name, but I will never. I mean, he's kind of on the side of him. I will never play spades with this guy again, ever in life.
I can't.
Cause me to lose, and I don't lose. Tate, I gotta say this. I have not lost a spade game, and I done played recently. Matter of fact, I was behind 300 points. We went 0. We went nil.
This what I be sitting here doing when everybody's talking.
Look. We went nil for 200, Tate. When nil for 200, won the game. I was losing by 300 points. We was about over with. I have not lost a game since I played with this man.
You was playing against some trash. Your uncles and them cheated. They hid the book. We couldn't find the book.
Come on.
They reneged. We caught them red-handed.
They reneged, but
and they flipped the books. They cheated.
I'm not talking about that time. I'm talking about the time with Elder Maxwell. I'm going to hold you to it. I haven't lost. I played for money with Tate, and we didn't lose. You know what I'm saying? We didn't lose.
Hey, man, so what, man? So what? So what?
Hey, I will say that Big G, last time I played against him, I lost to him. But that was him and my brother against me and my boy Mike West, and Mike big trash.
He must be big trash.
Me and Damon was binking them boys.
Oh, now you're going too far. You're going too far.
And Lil Birdie told me you're gonna be in range in the next 7 to 14 days. So, we can get a couple in. Lil Birdie told me.
Hey.
You'll be in
Don't you
games.
play spades?
I
What's
was gonna
that?
say, I would say,
You
B
play
Dirt,
spades,
B
B-Dirt?
Dirt, one of the best poker players I know.
In the world.
Yeah.
In the world.
I play most card games, Mob. So yes.
Well, you got to teach me how to play poker because I don't know how to play poker.
He one of
You
the
can
best in the
believe that.
world.
I don't know how to play poker.
In the whole world.
Brother,
He could be a professional.
Go ahead and put the hot take up. Big G,
No, B Dirt.
I mean, B Dirt, you tell him to put the hot take up. He said you one of the best in the
He
world.
one of the best in the
Well,
world. B Dirt,
I
if B
was
Dirt,
best in the world.
if he beat, listen, bro, if B Dirt focused and that's all he had to do, dog, we be talking about B Dirt on ESPN and all whatever else. B Dirt is a dog. He's a dog. He's got a whole bunch of other things to do. We got a whole bunch of other things to do.
Yeah, when you get married, you got to work all the time. You're doing podcasts. You don't have much time to play.
You
games.
ain't got time.
There was a point in time in my life that I had like a little book, and I diagrammed every week what I bought in for, what I cashed out for, where I was, and for several years after I got out of college, I made more money gambling than I made in my actual career.
See what I'm talking about, bro? See what I'm talking about?
So
See what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about.
Rounders was probably a good movie for you to watch, huh?
Oh man, it's been quoted around my house a lot.
Yeah, Rounders was a classic, a real classic movie, man. Real talk. I thought that Ed Norton played the heck out of that part. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He played the heck out of that part. He was degenerate, but he played the heck out of it.
That's Worm. That's Worm. That's
Worm.
Shout out to our homie Moose. That's Moose. Moose is Worm.
Worm.
Facts. Always.
Pay Dirt will make you homeless. I'm gonna go on and put him in there for you, B Dirt. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Over the past 2 years, we are over 60% win percentage.
That is facts.
I got it.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? But oh well, you got gold and you gotta go.
I got him for you. When the numbers speak for yourself, I had to go on and get him for you, B Dirt. I had to go on and get him.
Appreciate
it. But yeah, so definitely, man. That's
it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, it has, and that's what I meant with when we talked about George Costanza. Last but not least, and I'm getting off. I'm done.
Oh,
last but not least, I'm done
last
with the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm done with the podcast after this.
Hey, you
No Diddy.
You got to chill.
He can't help himself. He can't help himself, man.
Listen, if you have not, I keep telling everybody, there's a series if you have not watched, and you got Paramount, you need to go ahead and watch that with Tom Hardy, and I put you on it, Tate.
Mobland.
Need to watch Mobland. Definitely
Good
do
stuff.
that. And then I'm back on my Marvel grind. Of course, you see all the pictures behind me. Ironheart, great, awesome series.
Go hard in the paint.
Awesome series. If you have not watched it, you need to watch it. It's really good. And last but not least, I won't get on BMF the way that I want to because I gotta ask Tate if he's watched it, but I got all the episodes recorded. Haven't looked at one of them. My mic started if I can't go to sleep this evening. Yeah, I'm not too happy about it. I'm not too happy about it at all. But like I said, Mobland is a must watch, and they just renewed it for season 2. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. For real.
We figured you was excited when you said you were getting off, so we get it.
Folks, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in with us and staying with us. Make sure that you like and subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, so that when we go live, we're also on X. We're on Twitter so that you can check us out. Make sure you also check out Running Through the Jungle. And of course, Pay Dirt. Pay Dirt is coming. And I'm telling you, if you're trying to, spend some bread and you're trying to bet, these guys, man, look, anyway, if you're trying to spend some bread and you're trying to get in on betting and find out how to bet, all of those things, these guys are going to give you some good information. What is up, Pay? Pay is in the comments. I have not seen Pay in a minute. It's like you're the man and a myth and a legend. Definitely hope all is well with you, Pay. I keep hearing, you showing up shirtless. I keep hearing that everybody's he said Chicago's Iron Man. Iron Man. I'm just gonna tell you, it's really good. It's really good. And this is the first one that my brother, who, if there's anything that G knows better than college football, it's Marv, right?
Agreed.
And he didn't have to explain this to me. It was just one of those things that I followed throughout the whole thing, because I know a little bit about the comics and I know a little bit about I know a lot about the MCU and the Marvel universe, but the comics, you know what I'm saying? I don't know as much as G. He's that guy. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't have to explain it that much, so it was well written. And I'm just gonna say, they need to let Ryan Coogler handle all of this.
If Kevin Feige walk away, they need to give it to Ryan Coogler, period.
They need to give it to Ryan Coogler.
If Feige walk away, give it to Coogler.
He's a great writer and everything. And everybody who's familiar with Chicago, isn't Pay from Chicago?
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody who I know that's familiar with Chicago is saying that it's accurate to Chicago. It's one of those things where you could feel Chicago inside of, oh my God. It's one of those things where
end the show, man, because, man, it's ridiculous, man. You can't help yourself, man.
Hey, look, man, we gonna talk to you guys later, man. Thank you for rocking with the Know It Alls, man. We out of here. Let me get out of here, man. Peace.